Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I am Kausar Farooq Alvi. I welcome you to another lesson of week 4. Dear students, in previous lesson you have learnt about muscles in human body, number of muscles in the body, functions of muscles and skeletal muscles of arms, biceps and triceps. Dear students, subtopic of chapter 2, moving and growing, is facial muscles. Objectives of the lessons are, through this lesson, you will be able to identify facial muscles. Discover the ways the facial muscles are useful to play different expressions on human face. Facial muscles and different expressions. Dear students, look at your face in the mirror. Place one finger above your eyebrows. Now frown or make an angry face. Can you feel the muscles above your nose on forehead? Now smile and feel muscles by the finger. You know 10 muscles are needed to smile and 6 muscles are required to frown. Yes, facial muscles are involved to give such expressions like laughing, smiling, feeling angry, sad, and confused. Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed the video on today's topic. Now it's time for written work. There is only one question. Which kind of facial expressions are made by our facial muscles?
Does the behavior analytic research indicate there are a certain number of emotions specifically?
So that's not present in the behavior analytic research that I've seen.
So if there isn't that, I do want to really make sure you guys consider, and I did videos on this, consider what the CIA and the FBI have been training on, which is Paul Ekman's microexpressions. There are 7 microexpressions that occur that show these exact emotions: disgust, anger, fear, sadness, happiness, surprise, and contempt. What's really, really cool about it is that Paul Ekman, for these 50 years, has researched this and found that these behaviors to be phylogenetic. They're instinctual, these microexpressions, and across all people, human beings. So people in New Guinea that were studied that have no interaction with other people and they're not learning social cues from other people, so have the same exact quick microexpressions. And he's done years and years of studying of like liars. So you'll see a liar like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, which is, you know, Bill Clinton, and then the microexpressions that go with it before and after. So I've made a really enjoyable practice for me. I love this. I love doing interviews and then getting baseline on people and then throwing in something which I can see a microexpression of those 7. So I just feel like behavior, I don't know why the behavior analysis has not studied this further. So maybe they have. But anyway, I just think that it's irresponsible for us as a science to not have moved that ball forward. I just know I don't have the time to do it, but it just would be really cool. I'm constantly around people that are typically developing. I can almost predict the behavior of many people that I'm around the most just from, and I can predict when something's wrong because of those. I get a baseline on someone just through natural conversation.
Like a lie detector test.
Yeah. A galvanic skin response is what measures. It's a lie detector and they don't hold up in court. However, they're based on perspiration, and all they do there is give you a baseline. They just ask you normal questions that you wouldn't be lying about. Then they inject something that's uncomfortable. So you'll have a microexpression and a response. Your response and your microexpression doesn't mean you're necessarily lying, but there's something that made you uncomfortable. You follow me?
I wonder if facial recognition software would be able to do that more accurately than the human eye.
It definitely will, and artificial intelligence is going to be way better. It's going to be way better. That's just my prediction. I'm always right. I'm kidding. I'm bored with just behavior science in itself. I want to keep looking at the next step. And what I found really interesting is there's even little hacks that they suggest, like the FBI and the CIA. If you want to determine how someone responds to you and how they really feel about you, instead of approaching them in a room in a networking event, instead of approaching them slowly in front of them and saying hi, a little hack would be you come up from the side, you pop out hello, and they'll give you a quick micro expression. Could be contempt if they don't like you, like contempt, and there's actually, you know, it's a mouth movement, like, you know, and yeah. So I just want you to know there's actionable things. I just feel like it would be so cool if I have enough time in front of one person in an interview. If I have enough time in a panel interview, I'll get a person feeling very comfortable and natural. It's not to trick anyone. I just know that these people have to be around the most precious asset, which is kids. You know what I mean? These people have to be friggin' ethical. I gotta see if they're honest. And one of the ways that I go about doing that is I'll have a natural discussion, get them relaxing, throw the F-bomb around, weird things that just get them really loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not always gonna happen this way, but once I can get some steady responding from them, I can inject something that's unusual and look at the micro expression. So it doesn't mean they're lying or they're just doing, but what I can do is I can match up what's on paper, what they wrote, from what they entered in a computer over time, because it's temporally not contiguous, and then I can look at something they said, they wrote, and then they responded to, and I can see if there's inconsistencies. Does that make sense? And it doesn't mean they're lying, it just means something's off, which gives me a response that I can dig in further.
Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.